What's up, guys? How are you? How you doing? You excited about Diablo 4? Holy fucking shit, man. Holy fucking shit. Just got back home. I have like 30 minutes until I start trading with my guild in World of Warcraft. And I don't know. Cheers. Let's make this quick. So, what we've got today is fucking Diablo 4, which, by the way, I feel like it looked absolutely fucking amazing. It's pretty much everything in terms of theme, in terms of art, in terms of style that I could have asked for in Diablo 4. So I loved loved every bit of it. Of course, there were some downsides from the developer interviews, from the gameplay footage I saw that I kind of didn't like. But yeah, I mean, let's just fucking jump into this article that has pretty much everything in one place about all we know right now about Diablo 4, and let's just go step by step. So first we have what do we have? Items, yeah. So you have legendaries, you have sets, and mythic items. Two key points here that really stood out to me before anything else. One is well, where is it? 5 types of legendaries. I don't give a shit about them. You can stack several legendary powers that affect one skill. This is interesting, but customization. A lot of games have that. They're the focal point of gearing. Okay, so it's 3 points. They're the focal point of gearing. This I love. Customizing through uniques rather than sets is what I found to be very Diablo 2 defining, I suppose. When you have so many uniques and, they are unique, they offer something that, rare items just simply cannot, or set items just do not. And you can mix and match and then get some fascinating outcomes. So that's one point. Now another point, they won't drop as much as in Diablo 3. This part I love. What the fuck is this quote selection? Buzz off. Anyway, they won't drop as much as in D3. Love it. Absolutely fucking love it. The problem with Diablo 3 was way too much fucking shit dropping left and right. When Diablo 3 was initially released, and I know a lot of people hated the drop rates, well, actually, now that I think about it, I probably hated it myself, because I remember playing Diablo 3 for a long while, and I don't think I've dropped more than 2 uniques lifetime. I quit pretty early, sure, but the drop rates were just fucking horrible. In Diablo 2, I think when it comes to item drop rates, it just hit the sweet spot, The items drop frequently enough so that you know that you will eventually get that item. But for you to get it, you still need to put in the hours. So I'm really glad I saw this sentence. They won't drop as much as in Diablo 3. I think that's awesome. Now, the third key point about items that I really enjoyed, that really stood out to me, is mythic items. And specifically, you can only equip one. Now, I'm actually having a hard time putting into words why exactly I think it's such a big deal. Maybe it's the limitation that the game imposes on you, but I feel like it's kind of a good kind of limitation, when you can't have everything. Like, the game doesn't fucking kneel before you and suck your dick. Oh, please, pay me, play me, pay me to fucking play me, and then just have all this shit for free, have everything. You want super speed boost? Have fucking that. You want 5 mythic items? Have fucking that. It just makes the game kind of devalue the value that it gives you, however nonsensical it sounds. So I'm really enjoying the fact that the most powerful items will only be 1 per character. You can, of course, change it to something else, but it's pretty fucking awesome. You can only equip 1 at a time. It will really make these mythic items fucking special. And having an item that you think is special is extremely rewarding. And at the end of the day, hack and slash type of games like Diablo, they're all about the fucking loot. I mean, the feeling you get when you drop something fucking epic. So this just kind of pushes it to the next level by making it even more so special by only allowing you to equip one at a time. So I absolutely love that part. What else do we have here? 4 legendary affixes. I don't really care about that. Unclear whether they have existing legendary powers or unique. Yeah, all those item modifications like let's say can stack several legendary powers, can be, oh yeah, the ancient power, well, it's whatever. Not going the huge, I have no fucking clue what this is. Oh yeah, like 5 types of legendary so far. Skill specific, skill category, plus X to multiple skills and talents. I don't give a shit about it. Like, this system can work, this system can easily, just as easily not work. It all depends on the execution. So as long as they get that right, I don't really care. It's all about fucking balance and shit. Affixes. Only 2 base stats. Attack and defense instead of strength, dexterity, intelligence, vitality. No. Now, I initially missed this somehow. Only found this in the article. I kind of don't like it, but I'm not sure if it's a big deal. It kind of decreases some of the customization you have possible in a game. Some of the theory crafting behind this, which usually takes quite a bit of time, and some people are fascinated by it, so that will be gone as well. So I think that's a negative. I'm not sure what's their reasoning behind this, maybe to simplify this, but well, then again, when I played Volson and like they had 4 different stats, I don't really remember their names, but all of them gave like 3 different things to each class, and some of the things were just confusing as fuck. So maybe that's the reason why they're only sticking to like 2 stats, attack and defense, and simplifying it, because for newer players it can be extremely confusing. Maybe they will add the confusing parts in other areas of the game, like, I don't know, skill modification, for example, or the stuff you get on items. Maybe it's there. Maybe they just felt like this is unnecessary. So I can see it going both ways, but overall I don't really like it. Many returning blah blah blah, gold item and similar utility affixes won't compete with combat affecting ones. This one can easily go either way. It's all about the execution, don't really care. We might be able to customize affixes through crafting. Yeah, again, crafting is something that 100% depends on the execution. If they do it well, if they balance it out, you know, make it interesting, make it rewarding, great. If they don't manage to do that, well, it sucks. No matter what the initial concept was, it will suck. Anyway, rune words. Now, this is a, what's the phrase? This is a doozy, I think. Anyway, so only 2 word combinations, condition and effect runes. So you basically put in 2 runes in an item. One will be condition, so let's say when an enemy is frozen, and the other one is effect. So the rune word goes like this: when the enemy is frozen, you deal, I don't know, 5% extra damage to them. It's a very interesting concept. I saw some fascinating comments about the rune words below in the comments. I think this article or Reddit, I don't even know. I've been reading a lot of articles and a lot of comments about Diablo 4 in the past couple of days. So what one of the comments said, and it really kind of struck me, whatever, is that rune words were an awesome way to progress. Like, it's much easier to keep stacking runes, keep getting more and more runes, and you don't need to rely on a specific legendary to drop. So rune words kind of serve this purpose very well in Diablo 2. On the other hand, apart from that, this specific approach of rune word allows more customization, which I'm always a fan of. More customization, cheers Blizzard, I fucking love that. So maybe it all depends on the execution. What I will say is that only 2 runes, so 1 cause and 1 effect, might be a bit too little. Though then again, it probably leaves some place for, I don't know, expansions, future expansions where they introduce some middle rune or they expand rune where it's possible to 4. I don't know. That could be some cool shit. So I would say like 50% of this depends on the execution, and the other 50% will just have to wait and see how this looks in practice. It might be that the entire concept is just shitty and it just doesn't fucking work in practice, no matter how well they execute it on it, balance, and so on. I don't know. I honestly kind of don't have an opinion on this. Yeah, so might have a progression system, blah blah blah. Basically, runes can be upgraded or something. I don't care. Gems only have utility stats. Sure, fine, I guess. Like in Diablo 2, gems didn't really offer that much, apart from, you know, crafting and magic find, perfect topazes. But apart from them, that's kind of it. So it was all about runes. So yeah, probably fine. Trading, no auction house. Personally, this is one of the things I really enjoyed about Diablo 3, but I was somewhat of a, yeah, I was a pretty casual player in Diablo 3, so I can understand no auction house. I know there was too many shitty things going on about it. Anyway, the primary source of items should be killing monsters. Definitely. Three types of items. Oh yeah, this one I really enjoyed. Tradable, well, one type of the items will be tradable all the time. So consumables, crafting mats, that's all good and fine. You should be able to trade them, you know, how much, as much as you want. Probably it would be better if the gold remained the currency of the game, but having in mind the nature of Diablo game, maybe that's not possible, and we'll see again runes becoming the currency of the game, which honestly is not such a bad deal, I suppose. It's pretty hard to balance out the economy in these games. Now, what's really interesting is that it's actually not non-tradable. I really love this part, by the way. The most powerful items will not be tradable. I never imagined I would say this about such a system until I started playing World of Warcraft. And sold-out items, they're fucking awesome. You know you fucking got that item. You know it was you, not somebody else. You didn't fucking cash grab it, buy it. You fucking earned it. You farmed and it dropped, so it's fucking amazing. Now, what I find interesting is actually not this part. I think this is, you know, absolutely crucial. Must have, love it. But this part, tradable once and then bound. I think that's pretty fucking good. It's a pretty severe limitation, but at the same time, you're not forced to, you know, always play with your friends if you want to share the loot. You're not forced to always being in the party. So that's pretty good, I would say. That's pretty good. Crafting will mostly focus around item modification and enhancement. Maybe. I'm not sure. Like, I'm trying to think of Diablo 2 crafting system, whether it's that fucking good or would I rather just improve items. Maybe this one has a bit more room for endgame, I would say. Like, typically what happens when a next expansion in any game releases, is released, is that the content, the item from the previous expansion, they're so underpowered that, you know, you just forget them. And one of the things that I really like about Diablo 2 or World of Warcraft is that there's a fixed, a limited, an ending list, a finite list of items that are like GG. You know, you say fucking Thunder Fury, everyone fucking knows that. You say Telrasha's armor or amulets, everyone fucking knows that. You say Enigma, everyone fucking knows that. But when with each expansion the items keep changing and you can't even keep track of them anymore, you don't even know what you're wearing. It's no longer holy shit, this guy has fucking Telrash's armor like a week into Diablo 2 season. It's, oh, he's got an armor with a lot of strength and intelligence, whatever, or attack and defense in Diablo 4 case. So maybe this type of crafting where you can take the items from the previous expansions and improve them to the level of the current one, maybe this serves the function. I don't know. On the other hand, I do really enjoy where you have like Diablo 2, the item customization aspect of the game, I suppose. What's so fascinating about Diablo 2, and I did an entire video about this topic, is which items, I think the video was called which items you should be picking up. And I pretty much came to the conclusion that just about every single fucking item in Diablo 2, elite item, has a purpose. Whether it's white, whether it's ethereal, whether it's a socketed one, whether it's a rare one, a magic one even, whether it's crafted caster amulet, crafted safety amulet. There are so many items that have a fucking purpose. They have this tiny little chance of rolling into something incredible, blowing all the uniques out of the water. So on the one hand, this is really fucking cool. On the other hand, there's too much RNG, I would say. So, I'm kind of mixed feelings about this point. I don't know. A lot of endgame will be item modification. I kind of don't like that. Not the fact that you will be able to modify your items a lot in the endgame, but that the endgame is specifically item modification. I want the endgames to be something different. And I've already also done a video about action RPGs endgame, and I think it's very limited in options, but we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, let's move on. We're spending way too much time over here. Gambling for gold is back. And some people enjoyed it. I didn't use it as much, so yeah, sure, that's pretty cool. You can get some of the most powerful items in the game through it. Okay. Shoulder slot is gone for now. Well, I typically hate how shoulders look in games, so I don't mind it that much. Will be available to everyone, regardless if playing solo or in a group. This is coming from a currently MMO player, so I kind of don't like that. I would like the biggest challenge, the most rewarding stuff to come from group play. But having in mind the nature of Diablo franchise, I think this makes sense. I think more people will enjoy this than not, so fine. That's fine. Transmog will probably return. I never fucking liked Transmog. I used it. I know, guilty. Some of the items in game, they just fucking look horrible. But being able, you see a fucking person walking by, and you will be able to do that in Diablo 2, and wearing this specific, I don't know, helmet or fucking shield or sword, whatever. And you know what that item is just by looking at the character. That's fucking amazing. And when you're wearing that and you're walking and people look at you and they know what item that is, and they know how hard you grinded for that fucking item. That's the purest reward you can get from a hack and slash. It's just fucking. What's the word? Getting praise and shit. I don't know. Just look at me, you filthy fucking peasants. I've got this epic fucking, I don't know, two-handed swords. Whatever. Telrash's sword. Let's call it fucking that. So, don't really like it, but what can you do? I will use it. I know I will use it. Some of the items, like fucking this shit, fucking, I don't even know how to describe it. This looks just horrible. Or crossbows. Let's just all agree. Can we actually do a petition to remove fucking crossbows from, I don't know, our history book? This crossbows look fucking horrible. Anyway, skills cannot be respec. I don't like it. Why? Do I have to fucking level up a new character to try a different build with him? Or is the only case where I can see this But even then, not. Like, I was about to say the only case where I can see not being able to respec being fine is when you can reach the end game so quickly that it doesn't even matter. You know, a couple of hours, you have a new character. But then the items that you get, they're soulbound. So what happens if, you know, you drop an insane mythic item for a barbarian? You're playing a barbarian. You drop an insane mythic item and it doesn't suit your spec. It suits a different spec, a different role. What then? It just fucking blows. Like, you got a fucking mythic item. You can only wear one. And it doesn't give you any value. I don't like it. I really don't like it. You make it as hard as possible. You know, you can only respec once a month. Fine. You have to beat something on an insane difficulty. Fine. You have to pay like 50% of your gold. Fine. Just make it fucking possible. It's like with hardcore devs in Diablo. Yeah, they should be permanent 100%. But if you're fucking streaming and the server crashes during the fucking stream, you continue talking with the people, and then once the servers come back up, your character is dead, and there's no returning the character, I think that's bullshit. It's not because of your fault. It's a completely, you know, it's not even, you know, third party failure or whatever. It's completely Blizzard's fault. You have to restore the character in that case. Beats the purpose of hardcore? No, it fucking doesn't. Blizzard fucked up. So if Blizzard fucked up, it's not the fucking weather that, you know, came crashing down and thunder struck your internet cable or whatever. No, it's Blizzard servers. They should restore. So yeah, I don't like this. I really don't. Anyway, we'll get one or more skill point per level. I don't care. Skill tombs will drop, be acquired in the world. All about the execution, don't really know. Like, it 100% depends on the execution. Skills have 15 ranks. More customization, great. There are 25 to 26 individual skills for each character. That's very low. How many do you have in Diablo 2? Like, 4. Oh no, that's enough. No, that's too low. I have like 30 plus, I think, per character. Well, I guess some of them are passive. I can probably always add more skills, so it's whatever. Skills are split into 6 categories. Generators, spenders, defensive, class specific, ultimate, mastery, and ultimate. This one is interesting. I don't believe neither Diablo 2 nor Diablo 3 had them. I mean, in a sense, I'm not sure if this changes much, to be honest. Like, in our heads, we would always label those skills anyway. So maybe the only like key difference is that you wouldn't have this ultimate skill, you know, a long cooldown, super strong skill. In Diablo 3, I don't think he had them either, like if any of the skill would qualify. Now, with that said, I haven't played Diablo 3 in a while, so I might not know all the skills, but I don't really remember, and I think I played most of the classes. So that's probably the only change. That's fine, I guess. We can bind any skill to any hotkey. You can do that via plugin as well, so it's whatever. Talent tree. Either 2 or 3 branches. Very awesome. Can be respect for free or a... okay, so what the fuck can't you respec then? Because they said earlier in the article you cannot respec. Skills. Oh, boy. So maybe my previous rant was basically not understanding this to the full extent. But this is a very tricky case. I don't know. I kind of take a bit of what I said about skill not being able to respec back. Maybe it is completely irrelevant. It's all about talent. I don't know. But. Huh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. We need more information about this because I feel this is a pretty fucking important topic, and it's something that they cannot leave till the very end, I suppose. It's not about, you know, tweaking damage numbers and balancing the game out. It's very inherent in the game. Well, it's groundbreaking now, the very nature of the game. Something very important. Okay, I don't know words. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna drink some beer. Okay, each class has something special about it. Sork has 3 branches, Druid can hop from one branch to another. More customization feels a bit unnecessary, but hey, if they want to put in more work into this game, I'm all up for it. Anyway, let's move on. What else? Relatively small percent buffs per point. Sure, fine. Can only pick one of 2 towns at the bottom of each tree. Same as with Mythic Items, really enjoy this. When you're kind of pushed into a decision, you cannot have everything. You need to choose, you need to make a wise decision. Love that. Buffs to talent points from items will add to your progress in a particular branch and can go beyond the maximum ranks listed. Oh, that's interesting. Do you guys know any game that really put this into practice? Because I can't recall a single one. Obviously, I haven't played that many, but yeah, I just don't. That's pretty interesting. Okay, endgame. Key dungeons are the primary endgame activity. Action RPG genre in general, it's very lacking in endgame activity. So I don't think they did anything special here, and I don't fucking like it. Again, well, what I would like to see for endgame activity is kind of like a community-wide event, and or maybe not community-wide event, but until somebody hits something, you don't get to nobody gets to progress further. Something of that sort, you know? Maybe. I don't know. I'm probably the minority over here. So I imagine a lot of the people will enjoy this. Will. Oh yes. Sorry. Anyway. I'm kind of finishing my beer, so it's, you know, excusable. Anyway. Okay, fucking focus. Jeez. You will get random keys dropped in various activities. Sure, the keys will be to a specific dungeon in the world. Fine. Keys will upgrade the dungeon to a much harder endgame one, which will scale up even in the endgame. That just seems pretty fucking lazy. If I want endgame content, I want to be clearing endgame content because I don't know what lies behind it. You know, whether there's an even cooler, you know, harder dungeon. Not the same dungeon with tweaked numbers or a single fucking mechanic. So, I'm not sure why this is such an interesting option. Why, like, all those greater rifts in Diablo 3 where you kind of play the same area, just harder mobs, and it's suddenly, you know, an okay endgame. I don't get it. I want new fucking content. I don't like infinitely scaling fucking dungeons. It just beats the fucking purpose. There's no endgame, and if there's no endgame, there's no feel of progression. You're doing what? You're killing faster just to kill faster? Just to be able to kill faster? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, fuck, I need to really hurry up. My raid is starting in like 10 minutes. Anyway, okay, keys also have specific affixes that change how the dungeon works. Yeah, what I talked about. I don't like it. They offer a better chance of setup than greater rifts, as you blah 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 blah. No, I don't fucking like. Many keys will drop. You can dismantle them for crafting materials. Sure, fine, whatever. Campaign, non-linear. All depends on the execution. I don't mind it. Each part of the world will become shared with other players after you finish a specific part of the campaign. So presumably when you finish Act 1, which takes you beyond Scaw's Glen area, that's when Scaw's Glen will become a shared world. That's a very interesting concept, and I very much enjoy it, because I do as hell want to play alone sometimes. But once I'm done playing alone, I want to play with some other folks. So that's a really cool design. I guess it, again, depends on the execution. You can really fuck this up. But if they do it right, could be very fucking promising. Open shared world. The world is preset, will not be randomized. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think we're out of the time of randomized dungeons and shit. It should be a preset. It should be just big enough to always wonder what's next. Well, what's beyond this fucking challenge or whatever. You'll only run into a few players here and there in the entire world. So it's pretty much a layering system, I imagine, which is pretty fucking cool. Like Diablo is not an MMO. It clearly has some elements, but it's not an MMO, and I don't want to be running all the time with a gang of like 10 people. So yeah, I think layering, as much as people are bashing it in Classic, World of Warcraft Classic, this is where it actually makes a lot of sense. Towns will be trading hubs, fucking perfect, that's what I want. World boss areas will be where you'll see the most player. Cool. There's or whatever, we haven't seen enough to really discuss this. Over 100 settlements of various sizes. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mounts brings an interesting twist. Yeah, I mean, mounts sound good, honestly. As long as they don't... Well, no, I just like mounts. I really like them. Anyway, dungeons. Hundreds of unique dungeons. Awesome. Always private for you and your party. Yeah, it's not a... Oh my god. Yep, it's not an MMO. Definitely love that. Randomized interior and exterior environments. Not sure how this point works with the world is preset. Okay, I need more information on this one to comment, really. Blah, blah, blah. Seamless exploration, don't care about it. Actions in one part of the dungeon can affect another part. Fascinating. Love this. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, if you click a random ledge or whatever button in level 1 of the dungeon, then go into level 3 and you see this fucking monster that you've never seen before. That's pretty fucking cool. Maybe those keys kind of serve this function. They unlock some hidden parts of the dungeon. Then I can fucking get behind those keys. Anyway, enemy response to your progress. That's pretty cool. Anyway, classes. I think that's the... No, it's not the last part. God damn it, I only have like 5 minutes left. Okay, classes. Pre-standard classes. Absolutely loved how Druid looks. I mean, the seamless transition between his, his human form, his bear form, or beer, however you fucking pronounce that, and his werewolf. It's just fucking amazing. Absolutely love that. Is my camera not focusing? Oh, it is. I just look like shit. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, absolutely love that. I'm not sure what other 2 classes I would like to see. I really love Assassin, this kind of dual wielding, swift attacking, very, very swift, very fast paced kind of play style. But Assassin is probably, like the Diablo 2 Assassin is probably not going to happen here. It's too limited. The trap idea is just... It's not ideal. The martial arts assassin, it was pretty fucking good. Then again, it probably competes with monk, and this fist fighting probably features, serves monk better. So I'm not sure if we'll see assassin. What I'm banking on is that necromancer will definitely be fucking there. Maybe lore-wise, it doesn't make much sense, because, you know, you're battling demons, and then you have a guy who summons fucking skeletons and shit. How is he not the bad guy? So maybe we won't see Necromancer for that reason, but I sincerely hope that we see Necromancer. It's just such an iconic figure, you know. Paladin... I don't know. Amazon, my money is on Amazon. That we'll see in Amazon. We need a ranged class anyway. Amazon, it's just too fucking fun. Maybe they will restrict her to like javelins only. That would be pretty fucking dope. I don't know. So anyway, leveling. Maximum level is 40. I don't care. There will be level scaling. There's basically too little information on these 2 points. There will be level scaling, and there will be something that fills the Paragon level role. So again, I'm not sure what they mean by level scaling right now. I think there's some conflicting information out there. Hopefully it's nothing too stupid. So let's just fucking hope for the best, I guess. PvP. Yes! 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 Finally, fucking Diablo is talking about PvP from the start. Yes! I absolutely loved PvP in Diablo 2. The only problem was fucking lag. Diablo 3 PvP, I didn't even get to play PvP because they hadn't even fucking launched it before I fucking quit the game. That's how fucking horrible PvP in Diablo was. Diablo 3 rather. Diablo 2, I love the PvP. So, where was that specific point? They won't separate PvP bounds for items. Yeah, don't fucking do that. The game and classes were designed with PvP in mind from the ground up. Yes! Yes! Fucking love this. This is one of the best things I've read in this article, to be honest. One of the best things. I'm not sure if somebody mentioned this somewhere else. I must have missed it, but yeah, baby. Now, specific PvP modes are being explored. They probably just had to say this anyway. PvP VE just feels pretty fucking boring, but whatever. Maybe. People are into speedrunning, unlike me, so PvPVE might be something that people enjoy. Fine, let's do that. No crowd control diminishing returns. Kind of makes you think less, you know, not account for that. So I'm not a fan, but whatever. Death penalty. You have to corpse run and drop a pile of gold if you have to reclaim. I like penalties. The stagger system. Oh yeah, this one is pretty cool. Crowd control effects don't affect bosses directly, but deal damage to their stagger bar. When it's depleted, the boss goes into a unique state. Unique for each of them. The world boss, Shava, has one of her blade arms destroyed and is less dangerous after that, and can lose both. This is a very interesting concept, and I absolutely fucking love it. Just basically everything that customizes, you know, makes each battle a bit more unique, provides more mechanics to the battles. I'm always a fan of. So this one, I think it's done very well. It's always very weird, you know, when you have like this simple stun effect, then you come to some world fucking boss and then you fucking stun him because, you know, it's crowd control. No, the main bosses should be fucking immune to that shit. Now, they're not completely immune. You have some special effects. So that's pretty fucking cool. Love that. Social leaderboards. Activity specific. I don't know. Group play versus solo. I don't know. Monster families have synergies. That's pretty fucking good. Yeah. Monsters have family synergies. That's pretty fucking good. I like when monsters have something unique about them. You know, they're not those generic. And when you're fighting a group of them, it gets harder than just fighting one of them. Pretty cool. Monetization. Base game plus expansions. Perfect. There was a mention of cosmetics only. Sure, I don't care. Do the cosmetics if you need extra revenue. I don't care. You will not be able to buy power. That's all I need to hear. Do whatever the fuck you guys want with cosmetics. I don't give a shit. Post-launch content seasons might not require you to seasons might not require you to roll a new character. Thank you, but I still hate seasons. It's fictional. It's superficial endgame. It's not real endgame. It's not extra content. It's just the same shit but different. But it's not exactly different. So I fucking hate that. But I don't know. Maybe expansions come out frequently. I don't know. We'll see. And I think that's it. Hardcore mode. Yes, fucking please. The only fucking problem, I plan on playing this game with my wife. There's no fucking way in hell she's gonna play hardcore, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. No offline mode. Something I'm not happy about as a primarily hardcore player. It's not a deal breaker. I will probably choose to play... Maybe I would love to play offline with my wife and then play hardcore. I don't know. Maybe... No, I don't like it. Too bad. I wish they had offline mode. So yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to go through. Let's just quickly check the comments. I think I found some very interesting one. Blah blah blah. Does anyone blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, there was one interesting concept. Where was it? There are no more comments? Yeah, there was basically one guy who said that the issue he sees with Diablo 4 is that it will turn out an okay game, but it will not be epic. And the main reason behind that, the main reason why he's making such a statement, is that Blizzard is listening too much to the community. They're just giving what the community wants. They don't have like this vision behind the Diablo 4. It's an interesting thought. It's definitely worth thinking about it. If for no other reason than just having a intelligent discussion with yourself. But what I think, why I think this statement is not exactly correct is the fact that Diablo franchise has a concept. They just trade away with the Diablo 3. So if they're finally making a comeback to Diablo 2, Diablo 1 kind of concept, kind of, idea, they already have the concept. They just need to fucking execute properly on it. And how do you do that? By listening to the community. So, with that, I'm gonna sum this video up because I have to fucking raid in exactly 9 minutes. So I still need to log in and shit. I still need to almost finish my beer. It was a blast recording this video. I did not expect it to be this much fun. I'm extremely hyped about Diablo 4. Of course, we won't get to play it for the next at least couple of years. Well, maybe a couple of years. Maybe in 2 years it will be released. Fucking hopefully. Of course, the moment they release like pre-alpha, pre-beta, whatever, if they do, assuming they do, I will be one of the first persons to buy it, and I'm gonna fucking play the crap out of it. Love how the art style looks. I loved how grim it looks. It was just, It's like everything I could have asked for. So, yeah, hopefully, like, let's fucking pray to God, pray to Devil, pray to Diablo, Baal, Asmongold, no, Asmon, whatever that fucking boss was called, Belial, you fucking name it. To make this fucking game good finally. Let's not have another flop like we had with Diablo 3. Please, can we make this let's make Diablo great again. God damn it. See you guys.